The Dragons return home from a hard-fought victory against University of Detroit. They're back home to welcome in the Clarkston Wolves. Good evening, everyone. I'm Doug Corliss. Kevin McCormick's filling the other seat in the booth tonight. And it is Clarkston week, but we got to go back to last week, Kev. Lake Orion showed a lot last week with a quick travel week, minimal time for scouting, and they won a close game with great defense.
Yeah, just like week one versus Oxford, things kind of got switched around the last minute within 24 hours of the game, but the Dragons were able to respond to adversity, as Coach Blackstock always pinpoints, how do you respond to adversity, how do you respond to change, and the Dragons did well. They got a 7-6 victory with extremely good defense against a team that they had no scouting on whatsoever. They had about maybe 8 hours of film to watch or whatever, and they were able to come out and get the victory. Obviously, there's some things to touch up on because it was only a 7-6 victory, but nonetheless, you got the win. You're 2-0, and now you're fighting for the division lead right here.
Clarkston comes in tonight. They made a major statement last week with an overtime win against West Bloomfield. Look, everybody knows about their line play. Rocco Spindler committed to Notre Dame. Garrett Dellinger committed to LSU.
Yep.
But what has been the surprise is the emergence of Ethan Clark at the running back position.
Yeah, I actually watched that game. It was in Fox Sports Detroit last weekend, and I did actually, I was able to watch the game all the way to the end. And yeah, number 34, Ethan Clark, he's definitely a very good player for the Wolves. He's just really, he's an extremely good downhill type of runner, and it's just amazing how good that their running game has been for this year.
And they've always had, they had the Erickson brothers, and now they continue the tradition with running backs.
Exactly.
With Ethan Clark. In the OAA Red, there's only 2 unbeaten teams left. You see them out here tonight.
Yep.
To me, the surprise has been Oak Park and Southfield A&T. With the athletes they have and the college commitments that both programs have, they're both winless.
Yeah.
The good news is they play tonight, so one of them will have a win at the end of the night.
Yeah, it really is kind of strange to see those two teams not have a win at all. But yeah, I do think that Southfield will probably come out with that win against Oak Park just solely because of what we saw from Oak Park back about 2 weeks ago. Southfield, they did play a tough game against Clarkston in week 1. They only lost 24-17. So Southfield seems to be on the cusp. They just need to put a few things together to get that first win, which they could do tonight.
The Dragons take the field under the leadership of head coach John Blackstock. This series, Clarkston and Lake Orion has played Clarkston more than any other opponent. The series goes back to 1950, and Clarkston leads the overall series 31 wins to 23 losses. Last year, Lake Orion won at Clarkston 55-21. And we'll get to our keys of victory after the national anthem. It's so nice to have the Lake Orion Marching Band back here tonight. They were really missed 2 weeks ago in the season opener. Director of Bands Michael Steele takes the podium, and we will pause for the Star Spangled Banner.
To promote respect and equality for all. Let us be united in those efforts today as we join together in the singing of our national anthem. Welcome to the podium, Lake Orion High School Director of Bands Michael Steele, as he leads the Dragon Marching Band in the Star Spangled Banner.
Dragons tonight. Number one, control the lines. Much has been made about Clarkston's offensive and defensive lines. Take them on, control the lines, give your backs room to get through, and plug the holes for Ethan Clark. Number two, don't change anything defensively. You've gotten 2 wins with what is worth. Don't change a thing. Defensive coordinator Rick Powell has been masterful in his defensive play calling the first 2 games. And number 3, live the moment. This is what you play football for, games like this. If this doesn't get your blood boiling, there's something wrong with you. The old coach of the Buffalo Bills put it best, Marv Levy, when he said, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? It's Lake Orion Clarkston. We'll be right back. Our officiating crew tonight, the referee is Nick Meyer. The umpire is Rick Kraus. Nick Wallace is the line judge. Tom Burrell is the head linesman. Kevin Klein is the back judge. Joey Lipinski is the field judge. And Zach Ferguson is the side judge.
Yeah, I think point number 2 you had of just doing what is worth. I think that's a big critical thing for the Dragons tonight. Coach Fisher, the offensive coordinator, has done a very good job of keeping with what's working this season so far, and that's why they're 2-0 right now.
Andy Bryant will kick off. Trying to see the deep men for Clarkston. We're underway. High end over end kick into the end zone. Taken back there by number 12, Logan Forbes. And the Wolves will take over 1st and 10.
It's always a good start to get that first kickoff through the back of the end zone. You don't have to worry about them taking one back to the house. Now it's time to play some defense here and see what the Dragons can do here on this first opening drive.
Mike DePillo is the quarterback for Clarkston. He came really out of nowhere last year. In spite of the 3-6 record that the Wolves had last year, DePillo played very well. Talking with Coach Richardson before the game, he's very high on him.
Yeah, DePillo being number 6, keeping the number 6 one from Jake Jensen before him. So he's definitely done a very good job in the past 2, about 1.5 seasons or so.
DePillo looks, throws, and dropped just in case, intended for Logan Forbes, number 12, and it was ruled an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was just a simple empty 5-wide set right there from Clarkston. It's a simple little screen pass. It's kind of their bread and butter right there. It's kind of an extension of their rushing games with little screen passes. And yeah, Forbes just couldn't haul in, just looked upfield before he had the ball in his hands. Lucky that wasn't a backwards pass, because that would have been a fumble.
2nd and 10, 5 wides for the Wolves. Trips right, Twins left. DePillo empty in the backfield. Now motion far side. Handoff goes to Forbes. He gets up near the 25, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's really been a filling out process so far for Clarkston. They've gone 5 wide both times in a row. Empty set in the backfield. And the Dragons haven't really decided to blitz him yet. Most of the time when you see the quarterback going, or when you see the offense going in a 5-wide set, you have room to rush extra guys because the offense only has 5 guys to block. But right now, both teams kind of just feeling at each other, seeing what their tendencies are before they really, pull out the kitchen sink.
So 3rd and long, they go trips right, single wide left with a back in the backfield. DePillo from the gun, drops, looking, getting a little pressure, throws over to middle, and complete into near midfield, was complete to Jarvis. Cole Jarvis, number 14, on the reception. So that's a 1st and 10 for Clarkston at midfield.
You see that offensive line for Clarkston playing a factor. DePillo had all kinds of time to throw back there, just waited, rolled right a tad bit, and just threw a strike across the middle of the field in between the 2 safeties for the Dragons.
1st and 10 at the 50. DePillo on the keeper. Dropped after a gain of 1. Number 11, Jake McCaffrey, in on the tackle.
Good to see Jake McCaffrey getting reps early here. A very good tackle out there on DePillo, who isn't very agile, so they're pretty easy task right there for McCaffrey to break down, wrap the hamstring, as Coach Blackstock always preaches, and that's exactly what he did right there, and he ended up getting DePillo down for about a gain of maybe 1.
So 2nd and 9 into Dragon territory. Twins right.
Oh, good penetration.
Handoff up the middle, and not much of a gain to number 21, Aiden Brooks.
Brooks was initially stopped behind the line. It looked like he was going to lose about 2 yards, but the Dragons just couldn't wrap him up. Couldn't grab his legs. He ended up kind of scooting forward, gained about 2 yards. So not too much of a loss right there for the Dragons, but a very good job by Brooks to make something out of nothing right there.
So 3rd down and 7 from the 47.
I feel like if you're Lake Orion, you got to bring pressure here after seeing what DePillo did on the 3rd down previous to this one. He had all kinds of time. I feel like you just got to bring the heat right there. Try to get pressure to him because he's not very agile back there.
From the gun. Back to pass. Got pressure. Throws incomplete. Joey Theed came in. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not Joey Theed. That was number 58. That was number 56, Brock Iwanski, came in and took on Garrett Dellinger and beat him to the quarterback and got pressure.
Very good job by Iwanski right there. Very good linebacker for the Dragons, just was able to get a hit right there. So it's always what you want to see from your linebackers.
High snap, Kobe Manzo's back deep. He's going to let it go. It hits and goes out of bounds about the 22-yard line. They're going to mark it out at the 21, where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. While we have a moment, your first quarter of action is brought to you by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. Proud supporters of ONTV since 2009. And we'll remind you that this is not only on Orion Neighborhood Television, but also being live streamed on dragonbroadcasting.org. Dragons come out. Motion this side. Kyler Carson's a quarterback. Complete over on the far side to C.J. Witt. Gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Along with Kyler Carson being the starting quarterback, it looked like they have a different starter at the halfback position. It's number 15, Brendan Hastings. For the past few weeks, we've seen A.J. Muzan and Naz Lardell being the 2 guys switching out, but it looks like Hastings is getting the start today.
Hastings, who scored the lone touchdown last week. Kyler up the middle.
Look at him go.
He's got a 1st down and more up near the 40-yard line.
So just a simple little jet sweep read right there from Carson. And he was able to read the defender the right way, kept the ball himself, scooted up through the middle of the field, and just danced his way around. No one can bring him down. He got a 1st down and more. It is a very good start for the Dragons.
1st and 10 from their own 39.
But they're going hurry up here.
Trips right, single wide left, single back in the backfield. Toss back. Brendan Hastings breaks 1 tackle, gets up near midfield.
Very good run from Hastings right there, sitting at 5'11", 200. He doesn't seem like a guy that can really truck him over, but you see he puts his shoulder down right there.
Right there.
That little extra oomph was able to get them the 1st down. Very good, powerful run right there from Brendan Hastings.
So 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Double wide, double wing setup. Motion this side. Hastings again on the carry. Gets about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Hastings is stopped by 49.
Yeah, Brendan Hastings made the most of his opportunity last week. Got the lone touchdown for the Dragons after about 2 efforts of being stopped at the goal line. He made it in for the touchdown. Now it's trips left, single wide right. Kyler up the middle, got another first down inside the 40 to the 39.
That was just a simple power read, kind of like the jet read, only there's no jet motion along with that. It's just a straight power read to the halfback, and we got a replay of this. Yeah, yep. Kyler read the DN. They ran upfield, so Kyler kept it himself and took it up the middle for again another first down. So Kyler uses his legs more than his arm right now, but it's working for the Dragons.
1st and 10. Toss back. Coming this side is
Number
28, Dorian Hill.
Sophomore.
And I noticed on that previous play that Spindler and Dellinger, both from their defensive line position, really overplayed.
Overshoot, yep.
And they were in the Dragon backfield. Toss back to C.J. Witt. And he's got a first down after bobbling the toss. Had the foresight to haul it in. Didn't worry about getting hit. Just made sure he tucked the ball in and got the first down.
It looks like we have a timeout taken here by Clarkston. I was just about to say the Dragons are going to hurry up, and Clarkston seems tired. They can't really keep up, and the Dragons just repeatedly going over and over again to the edges and really just running Clarkston into the ground right now.
Well, talking with Sammy Taramina before the game, who runs the OAA blog, and you know, he said, speed is the key. Sammy, you were right.
Yeah, speed has really been the key, and you know the Dragons have had speed in the past. Obviously, you know, with Coach Chris Bell, and that's when they ran, you know, the jet sweep and all that stuff.
The scoreboard for the first half is underwritten by Lakes Community Credit Union, a part of Birmingham Bloomfield Credit Union. The not-for-profit institution has been providing financial services to the Oakland County area since 1937. Give them a call at 248-814-4000 or stop into their beautiful location up on Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Kyler back to pass, looking.
That's a dangerous throw.
Nobody there except white shirts.
Yeah, look, it may have been some miscommunication, or maybe just a bad ball there from Carson. He had number 20 Mitchell DeBrinket running a fade on the far near or on the near side, I should say. I'm not sure if maybe he was trying to hit the slot or maybe he was trying to hit DeBrinket, but nonetheless, just almost a dangerous, or it was a dangerous throw right there from Carson.
Yeah, I don't know if Mitch was supposed to cut in, if that was a post pattern, but he just stayed along the sideline. So double wide, double wing look for the Dragons. Handoff up the middle, and I believe
that's Pat Ray.
Pat Ray?
I believe it was. Yeah,
it was Pat Ray.
Pat Ray.
And he got jammed up for no gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and 10. So as we're inside 6 minutes here in the first quarter, no score.
So Ray comes out, and it looks like Nazir Lardell is going to come in here on this 3rd down, 3rd and long right here.
Yeah, and Naz Lardell played very well last week. Kyler back, looks, throws, caught. It's going to be short of the first down. Complete to C.J. Witt at the 20. So that's going to bring up a 4th and let's call it 3.
Looks like they're going for it. That was a good job by Carson to realize that he didn't have to necessarily get the first down on that 3rd down. He could just, you know, make the 4th down a little bit more manageable, and he did that exactly. Just nice pitch and catch. And now to 4th and 3, definitely easier than 4th and 10 or perhaps a longer field goal.
Double wide, double slot look for the Dragons. Kyler back, looks, throws. Oh, in and out of the hands of C.J. Witt.
Carson had him. He had C.J. Witt across the middle of the field. It looked like it was a kind of a dig route, and the ball's a little bit behind Witt, but that's definitely a ball that he could catch. Obviously, Carson throws a very, very hard ball. But that's just a catch stretch against Clarkson. That's a catch you have to come up with. It's 4th down. You're inside the red zone. You had a good drive, and you have a drop like that. It definitely kills momentum, and now you put the defense back out there.
Hit him in the worst spot.
Right in the hands.
Right in the hands. So here comes Clarkston out for their 2nd offensive possession.
Empty set again here for
They
Clarkston.
come out, trips right, twins left. Now motion far side, DePillo back to throw. Look, going deep. Got a receiver, caught by Logan Forbes again, who's been his go-to receiver.
Yeah,
And he's into Dragon territory at the 35-yard line.
Forbes having the early drop on the screen pass, ended up getting that catch right there. Clarkston again went that 5-wide set, spread the field out, and just literally just ran 4 verts up the field. And then DePillo just threw it up for his guy, and he caught it.
And he was wide
He
open.
was wide open. Honestly, if DePillo had thrown it a little bit more out in front, he could have been gone.
Now it's trips left with a single back in the backfield. Handoff. Number 1 is Mike Hine, and he's got a gain of about 9. I'm sorry, about 5. They're going to call it 2nd and 2. So it was a gain of about 8.
2nd down and 2.
The down marker was on the move almost before the play was over. So now it's trips right, single back in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. That's Hine again. He's got a first down to the 20-yard line.
They just ran the exact same play. They literally just flipped the formation, put the trips on the right side of the field, and literally ran the exact same thing just to the other side. And right now the Dragons can't find a way to stop that. And as it looked like Lake Orion was on the move, Clarkston is now on a very good drive of their own.
We have not seen Ethan Clark yet. So 1st and 10 for the Wolves from the 20. DePillo on the keeper gets about 3, let's call it 4, down to the 16, where it'll be 2nd down. And after all these times with handoffs and misdirections and all the other, let the quarterback keep it.
Good job by the Dragons to somewhat contain that. Still a gain of 4, a pretty decent gain for in terms of a first down. So Dragons are really going to have to find a way to get either stop Clarkston for a short game right here, or maybe if they pass, try to get an incomplete pass and make it a more difficult 3rd down situation.
Trips right on 2nd down and about 7. Handoff to Hine.
Good hit.
He's nailed by Cade Manzo and dropped for a minimal gain. Let's give him 2. It's 3rd down and 4.
You get a replay of this. Manzo.
Watch this hit from Cade coming across right there.
Yeah, Manzo just read his keys as they call it. He just read read his keys right there and saw that it was a run. Came down the hill and just was not afraid to hit the man and pushed him back. And now it's 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, trips left. Single back in the backfield alongside DePillo. He takes it himself. He's got a first down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for Clarkston with 1:56 to go as they reset the chains.
It took him a while to get there, but he eventually got the first down. DePillo not being the fastest guy up there, but he was able to get the 4 yards that they needed right there, and now gives them a fresh set of downs with about 8 or 9 yards to go before Pater.
So 1st and 10. Wolves break the huddle.
This is where the big boys
Single
are.
wide right, 2 tight ends.
They're bringing out the heavy set right here.
And the back set up on a wing right. Hine cutting around this side. He's down at the 1. He did not get in. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Very good first down play from Clarkston. Handed off to the right side and ended up getting about 6 to 7 yards right there. And now again, you're 2nd and goal, ball about the 1.5. And this is where those guys like Spindler and Dellinger. This is where they make their bread right here.
Dragons bring in the heavy set. DeBrinket comes in.
This is where you got to bear it down if you're Lake Orion. You got to find a way to plug the holes. Heavy set eye.
Backs in an eye. Handoff up the middle. He didn't get in. Hine was dropped at the 1. It'll be 3rd down. And what I don't understand, you've got Spindler. They ran away from the heavy side and there was really not a lot of blocking out on the end.
So we got a timeout here.
We have a
Clarkston.
timeout by Clarkston. That's their second of the first half with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So it's been up and down the field for both teams.
Yeah, Lake Orion had a very good drive of their own, just couldn't convert on fourth down inside Clarkston's 20, just a critical drop. And now Clarkston has a chance to maybe put some up on the board here.
And while we have a moment, we will let you know that today's game is a copyrighted presentation of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. Last school year, the LOHS Broadcast Program was awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the country. We brought you over 80 live sporting events, and we plan to match that again this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily live newscast, LOAM. Tune in at www.dragonbroadcasting.org.
All right, third one here. So third and goal, ball home to one, I should say. And again, I'm surprised Clarkston didn't run behind Spindler and Dellinger, but now they have a chance to do it. Probably two chances right here if they don't get it on third down, but you got to plug the holes right here if you're LO.
Handoff up the middle. Did he get in? Yes,
Yeah,
he
he did.
did. Touchdown. It was number 21, Aiden Brooks, from 1 yard out. Okay, there he comes. He's met at the line, just had enough forward momentum to carry into the end zone.
Easy call right there, ball across the plane. All it has to do is just touch that white line. He got well across that one, so assuming Clarkston makes the field goal here, the Dragons will be down by 7 after they could be tied up right now.
Number 15, Steve Rusnak, is the left-footed kicker. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 20.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Clarkston jumps to a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, very good drive right there from Clarkston. They just ran the ball up all and down the field, and Lake Orion just couldn't find a way to stop it.
Thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch Lake Orion High School sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and more this fall, plus concerts and ceremonies. Next week, we'll have live broadcasts of the varsity soccer game at Clarkston, soccer district playoffs versus Eisenhower, and varsity football against Farmington here at Dragon Stadium. It costs less than $11 per month to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the Lake Orion High School program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. Orion Neighborhood Television thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication to bring Dragon sports to the world.
So you got Dorian Hill and Dekai Bell back deep to return for the Dragons.
High end over end kick, and that'll go into the end zone and will come out to the 20. And while we are here, we are being broadcast on Orion Neighborhood Television, broadcast live on Channel 22, and we also are being streamed by dragonbroadcasting.org. And I want to give a shout out to Cosmo. Cosmo is the high school football prognosticator for the Oakland Press. He said he would be watching this game online tonight. Glad you're with us, Cosmo, and we're glad everyone's with us tonight on a beautiful Friday night here in Lake Orion.
All right, so now you're down 7-0, and surprisingly, this is the first time the Dragons have trailed all year. You know, they won 38-6 against Oak Park, and then they won 7-6 and got the first touchdown against U of D. So now this is the spot that they've never been in before this season. You're down by 7. You got to find a way to respond, and they have time to work with. They still have a whole quarter to go.
Dragons are receiver short, and
Jet sweep to Dorian Hill, I believe.
Dorian Hill was caught behind the line for a 2-yard loss.
I think that's going to end the first quarter.
It'll bring up 2nd and 12 at the end of the first quarter of play. We played 1, Clarkston 7, Lake Orion 0.
Larry Buss and the crew at Jets Pizza, located at 1091 South Lapeer Road, have been a proud supporter of Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Athletics since 2009. Jet supplies catering for cast and crew. Thank you, Larry, for your continued support. Give them a call at 248-814-7559 for more information.
And it was a back and forth first quarter, up and down the field. Both teams had their chances, and Clarkston capitalized on their second drive.
Nice to see you got some fans here tonight, which they haven't had in a long time. You got the student section up and rolling.
You know, they had 1,000 tickets given out for tonight's game, and we have a lot of people on the Clarkston sideline. It's good to see the stands filled again, socially distant where possible. So it is 2nd down and 11 for the Dragons. Lardell on the carry. Nice Lardell. He gets a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
All right, manageable 3rd down here. A very good run on 2nd down, making it more manageable here. And now you got 3rd and 6, but you can't blow a dud right here. You have to find a way to get a 1st down and keep the chains going.
And I take that back. That is Alwyn Muzan. It's on the carry. Carson on the keeper, up near the 1st down, and dropped about a yard short.
So now you got a decision to make here. For Coach Blackstock, you can go for it. It's about 4th and 1, maybe 4th and 1.5. And it looks like they're gonna bring out the punt team, I believe.
Yeah, Andy Bryant's out. Yeah, they're gonna punt it away.
It's probably the better option right here. You're sitting inside your own 30. If you don't get this, you put your defense in a very tough spot. As much as you want to keep this drive going, you got to think long term. You really just got to start thinking long term.
Logan Forbes back deep for Clarkston. Nice kick, drives Forbes back. Picks it up at the 28, looking for running room, slips one tackle up near the 40, and he's brought down, and that's where Clarkston will take over 1st and 10. DVD copies can be purchased by calling Orion Neighborhood Television at 248-393-1060. For only $10, you can get a copy of not only this game, but any game or program in our broadcast vault. DVD copies at 248-393-1060. We are having an officiating conference at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, there's a flag down, sitting right about the 31.
Yep.
I believe.
I'm trying to figure out what the. Oh, I think it was an illegal fair catch.
Yeah,
signal.
I thought I remember him waving his hand, and then he caught the ball and still ran. I was kind of confused about that, but yeah, now that makes more sense.
So that'll back them up 15 yards. It's now 1st and 10 from the Clarkston 25, 10:37 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Clarkston comes out. Twins right, single wide left. Single back in the backfield. DePillo back, looks, throws, caught. And
oh, that may have been intercepted.
they're trying to see. That was caught, I believe, by Mike Hine. And I'll tell you what, DePillo threw that in traffic.
Yeah, that was a laser. Yeah, there are about 3 green shirts around the Clarkston receiver right there, and DePillo threw a strike. But there is a flag. It looked like something happened in the backfield. Maybe
another flag. I I did not see the call. I saw it was against Clarkston.
I believe, based on where they're moving back, I believe it was holding.
The flag.
We get a good angle of this right here. You see, he just throws it right over two Dragons. Almost, it did get tipped.
It was tipped. Yeah. So now we will repeat first down. It is first down and 25.
So it's more than holding.
10.
It must have been a personal foul. This is more than holding. They lost 15 yards right there.
Trips right, Twins left to Pillow, takes it up the middle. He's dropped at the 21. It's going to be second down and 14.
Yeah. Good job by DePillo to get some of the yards back to at least make it a little bit more manageable. Two set of downs here with second and third down. But again, the Dragons, this is where they got to get a stop. You know, Clarkston shot themselves in the foot. They put themselves back, and now you've got to find a way to capitalize on that and not let them get a first down here.
Second and long, Trips right, Twins left. DePillo back. No pressure, scrambling out. Now he's getting some pressure. Evades a tackle and tripped up and flipped over above the 31-yard line.
That was Mario Marcoux out there.
Marcoux.
Good tackle, going for the legs, and was able to stop DePillo from getting the first down. But that's a very critical miss right there for the Dragons. They had everybody covered. They forced DePillo to run, which is not the fastest guy out there, but he was still able to get around the edge. Just bad containment right there from Lake Orion. Now Clarkston sitting at a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Roger Smith calls it 3rd and 3, so we'll call it that.
Watch the inside zone right here. It looks like what they're setting up for.
Twins right, single wide left. Back, look, DePillo throws, got a first down to Blake Cozen, number 2. Just kind of went along the 35-yard line, and DePillo hit him, and he just got an extra couple yards after the catch.
This is the scramble right here from
DePillo. By DePillo. He turned the corner and really had some open field. So Trips left, Twins right. DePillo again in an empty backfield. Now motion this side by Hine. He gets the handoff inside, taken down at the 44 after a 5-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 5.
It's just a jet sweep right there from Clarkston. They've been running that all night, or at least using the jet sweep motion as a way to set up their other stuff. And Clarkston's been doing a very good job of getting a good gain on first down, which makes the rest of this set of downs so much easier to work around. It really opens up the amount of plays that you can run whenever you get a good first down gain.
So 2nd down and 5. Ball's marked on the 44. 7:45 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Trips right. Handoff to Hine. He's up the middle, up to the 50. He's got a first down.
That was possibly a touchdown-saving tackle right there, I believe, by was number 18. Yeah, Brennan Jones. Yeah, that was. You get a replay of it right here. It looked like simple, just kind of power right there from Clarkston. Yeah, Brennan Jones got in there and possibly saved a touchdown. That would have been a lot of open space for Hine right there if he was able to break that tackle.
So 1st and 10 from midfield. Come out, Trips right, wing left. Single back in the backfield. DePillo
Play action.
Rolls, looks, throws, caught. First down. Complete to number 14. Cole Jarvis on the catch.
At the 37.
It'll be 1st and 10 Clarkston from the Dragon 37-yard line.
And while Lake Orion was, they were trying to use their speed to their advantage, Clarkston's trying to counteract that by just taking their time. They've already eaten up almost about half the quarter here on this one drive. This is really going to put pressure on the Dragons to try to score before halftime.
Trips right. Handoff. Hine trying to come around the corner. Slips one tackle, brought down about the 32-yard line.
Once again,
It'll
just
be second down.
once again, just another decent gain on first down for Clarkston. If we get a replay of this one, the Dragons had a chance to get him behind the line. Just Manzo missed the tackle right there. 54 just put his head down, missed that one. And again, it's what's been killing the Dragons is that they can't end up stopping Clarkston on first down. And again, there's another 5-yard gain, just makes second and third down a lot easier.
Hilario Marcoux took on Rocco Spindler, and it wasn't much of a
battle.
DePillo got a first down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Clarkston's just using their strength, using their size right now, just taking a nice knee. The Dragons cannot find a way to stop this Clarkston offense. And, you know, as much as you want to say it's, you know, it's about fundamentals and all that sort of thing, Clarkston, they just have bigger guys down low inside the trench. That's really just what the factor is right now, and you can't teach size. You just got to find a way to use your size disadvantage to your advantage and, you know, maybe try to find a way to split a block or, you know, just find a way to do something here.
It's always been preached for line play that the low guy wins.
Exactly.
So 1st and 10, DePillo looks, throws off the fingers of Logan Forbes. It'll be second down.
Second time to try that screen pass tonight, that being Clarkston, and again, it just didn't work. Again, going to Forbes, and granted, that was kind of a higher pass right there from the quarterback, so it wasn't a easy pitch and catch as the first screen they ran was. But now, again, it's 2nd and 10. The Dragons, granted, they didn't really do much to get that stop on first down, but they kind of got a break right here at 2nd and 10, so now Clarkston has to somewhat kind of plan here for 3rd down.
Joey Theed checks in in place of Dylan Colwell. With 2nd down and 10.
Got a bunch out wide to the right.
Formation.
There you go.
DePillo is stopped by Joey Theed, who has made a lot of big defensive plays this year.
Yes, I feel like DePillo may have missed the read right there. I'm listening next door to the Clarkston guys. They're watching this game for their team. I believe he may have missed a read. It was a simple read option. I think he was supposed to hand that one off, and he didn't, and ended up stopping him from gain about 2. So here you go. You got 3rd and 8, and I feel like you got to get pressure here if you're Lake Orion.
Mitch DeBrincat checks in at defensive end. He's going up against Garrett Dellinger.
Looks like they're running the one high. Looks like possibly a cover 3 right here.
DePillo back, looks, throws over the middle, complete.
Oh, he may have lost the
ball and got it back. That was complete to Logan Forbes, and it was a good play call. It cleared out the middle of the field. Forbes just went in there and sat down.
Yeah, as we get a replay of this, it was just a nifty screen pass, and they had Forbes run across the field, and ooh.
Yeah, that ball was down, but he fell right on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they called him out, but I'm not sure he was out of bounds. But granted, he did recover it anyways. But
good camera work, Joe Johnson. Trips right.
All right, they're running again.
Handoff, up the middle.
He's in.
Yep. To number 21, Aiden Brooks, who scored the first touchdown, gets his 2nd of the night.
Gonna replay this. Just again, they've been running all night, power right, and had lots of room, basically untouched, going into the end zone. And now you're Lake Orion, you're about to be potentially down 14-0. This is the first time they've been in this situation the whole season, and you might have to think that they're kind of rattled by it after getting a very good blowout win against Oak Park, and they ended up getting the win against U of D. They got to find a way to respond here.
The line opened up a huge hole. Ball is down, kick is up. As a matter of fact, that hole was so big for him to run through. Kevin McCormick could have run through that hole.
If I'd seen the hole, I definitely could have maybe scooted that one in the end zone right there.
4:18 to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's Clarkston 14, Lake Orion nothing. Go mobile with ONTV anytime. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube on your mobile devices. Connect with Orion Neighborhood Television to see what's happening in our studio. See upcoming events and watch ONTV programs in high definition on demand. Orion Neighborhood Television, working to bring Lake Orion to the world. So Clarkston jumps out to a 14-0 lead. We have 4:18 to go in the second quarter, and the Dragons got to put a drive together.
Yeah, this is where you got to put in your 4-minute drill right here. The Dragons do get ball to start the third quarter here because they did kick off to start the game. So this drive is very huge because they didn't get a touchdown here. They get the ball back to start the second half, and they could quickly tie this game up. But they have to find a way to execute.
Kai Bell and James Patterson watch the ball sail out of the end zone. The Dragons will take over 1st and 10 at their 20. And the Dragons have had their moments. They've been able to move the ball. But as always, the game is constant adjustments to what you see. Clarkston adjusted very good on Lake Orion's second offensive series.
Yeah, and Lake Orion, they have some height at the wide receiver position, so you would think that maybe they would try to go to the air a little bit more. They got Mitchell DeBrinket out there. He stands at right around, I'm trying to look at the notes right here. He stands at, they have him at 6'4". 6'4", 220. That's Mitchell DeBrinket, and I'm not sure why they're not really throwing to him more. And they also have speed with the Kai Bell out there as well. So they got speed and height, and then you got Hunter Shearer, the tight end. I mean, they have lots of size and speed out there, but they're just not really using it right now.
Double wing, twins right.
Good simple trap play right there.
Handoff up the middle to
Hastings.
That was Brandon Hastings on the carry, gets a yard.
Gain of 1.
And this is where, if you're coach Brad Fisher, the offensive coordinator, you don't want to go away from what was working, because the stuff that they did on that first drive was beautiful. They just didn't execute on the fourth down. It doesn't mean that anything up to that point didn't work. It's just that the fourth down didn't pertain, or didn't play out the way they wanted it to.
We have a timeout taken by the Dragons with 3:48 to go here in the second quarter. And be sure to tune in to replays of your favorite games right here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check out our program guide on our webpage at ONTV.org for replay times that best fit your viewing schedule. Also, visit our YouTube link for games on demand, www.ONTV.org. 2nd and 9 for the Dragons from their own 21-yard line.
So they got Kai Bell out here to the near side.
They got 4 wide receivers on the right side and a single wide left.
Someone didn't.
Tyler looks overthrown for Kai Bell, and he was open.
He was wide open. It was a simple rollout. They call that 94, but instead of the wide receiver or the Kai Bell, he was the farthest receiver on that right side. Instead of him running a comeback route, he actually went across the field. It was kind of like a throwback situation for Kyler, and Kyler just threw it over his head.
And he was open.
Yeah, if he had caught that, he had room to run, and Kai has speed, so he could have definitely turned that into a big game. But now you're stuck here, 3rd and 9. Once again, you got 3 guys out here to the wide side. I believe that's Mitchell DeBrinket over there on the lone side.
Kyler back, looks, trying to set up a screen. Got it set up to Brandon Hastings.
There you go.
He's got a first down over the 30, out to near the 35-yard line.
There you go.
Down on about the 33. Good play design by offensive coordinator Brad Fisher, and good running by Brandon Hastings.
Yeah, so simple halfback team right there. He got the blockers. We get a replay of this. Kyler threw a good toss to him, and Hastings found the seam, was able to cut it up and put his shoulder down and got some extra yards to make sure he got that first down.
Kyler rolling left, looking, throwing.
He just missed him again.
Yep, just missed him again.
So we got a flag in the backfield. This looks like it came from the umpire. It's going to be holding.
Holding against the Dragons. So that'll back them up 10 as referee Nick Meyer gives the sign up to us. It's a spot foul. The flag was dropped at the 30-yard line. So that's going to be a total loss of 14 yards.
Yeah, it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it's going to shoot them back. Now it's 1st and 24. You're right back to where you were before that first down, but now instead of 1st and 10, you got 1st and 24, and not very many plays in the playbook to try to get 24 yards on one play.
Trips left, single wide right. Kyler back. He's going to take off up the middle.
Quarterback draw.
Got a little opening. Squirts through up to the 30. Ball came out, but he was down. So that will make it a 2nd down and 14.
Smart
from the 30.
So we get to replay this. A smart and safe play call from Coach Fisher. He just called the QB draw, called number 5 to run, and Kyle did a good job of getting back to near where the initial,
He's
1st
got
and 10
to
was.
tuck that ball in. We saw that last week. He's got to tuck that ball in.
And we're going to get another timeout taken
We have
here.
another timeout
Lake
by
Orion.
the Dragons with 2:44 to go. The Dragons will get the ball to start the 2nd half. Hey, Orion Neighborhood Television has launched our brand new internet radio station. You can create your own podcast or radio show or sign up to be a DJ. For more information on the radio station, give Orion Neighborhood Television a call at 248-393-1060.
All right, so you got 2nd 14, so good job by Kyler on 1st down to somewhat get back near to that initial 1st and 10 mark. So you got to find a way to, again, you don't have to get all of it back here on 2nd down. You can get a chunk of it back and maybe set yourself up for potentially a 4th down situation. So if you were to have it about a 4th and short, you'd be around about your own 42, 43.
As Lardell splits out left, have 4 receivers left. Kyler, look, throws
And he
back.
threw it in the ground.
And he threw it low.
They threw it to the Brinket. We've been calling his name. They didn't use him necessarily to his height, but he was sitting there wide open.
Yep.
We get a replay of this, and Kyler just rolled to his. He rolled to. Oh no, this is the replay of the draw. But Kyler just rolled to his left and tried to throw right across his body, and he just threw it straight in the dirt. It is a tough throw, but when you got a guy sitting there wide open across the middle of the field, you have to hit that pass, and they're sitting at 3rd and 14. You got to go vertical right here, and it looks like Clarkston's playing kind of like a cover 3.
Trips left, single right, and motion this side. Kyler back, looks, throws
Got him.
along a sideline, just threw it at his wrong shoulder. Intended for Jack Wellman, and he looked over his left shoulder and the ball came over his right.
Yeah.
While we have this stoppage, kind of late with this, but speaking of which,
Yeah, just Wellman ran the jet sweep wheel route, and he just didn't look up for the ball quick enough.
once again, replays for this game are sponsored by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. And Andy Bryant gets a nice high kick away, fair catch called for, and taken at the 38-yard line. And we have 2:27 left to go. Clarkston takes over, 1st and 10.
Yeah, definitely a missed opportunity right there for Lake Orion, because that was actually a very good play design. They had Jack Wellman running the jet sweep, and he ended up turning that jet sweep motion into a wheel, and they had him open. It looked like Clarkston was kind of running a cover 3, and and that DB kind of got sucked inside, and they had Wellman out there, and just Kyler had to throw it quickly before he wanted to, and Wellman just didn't look up for the ball quick enough.
Naz Lardell is in the defense. He's playing middle linebacker right now. 3 receivers right. Handoff to
There you go.
Hine, and he stopped for about a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down.
A good first
Good
down stop,
search.
yeah. Good first.
Joey Theed again.
Joey Thede, the big man down low, and just like a very good first down stop. That's something that they've been struggling with all night. And stopping Clarkston to a short first down gain, ended up stopping them into a 2 or 3 yard loss. So this just kind of sets the tone for this whole 4 set of downs right here.
Double wide, double slot look. We move into a tight end. DePillo back,
All
looking,
kinds of time.
throws, caught at the 35-yard line.
That was
Is
Forbes.
Forbes again.
Looks like Forbes just ran a post route right there, and he just crossed his safety's face. Just no real contest right there from the Dragons defense, and Clarkston really just having their way. So we get a replay here. DePillo standing strong, just throws a strike across the middle of the field, and yeah, just a simple post route.
Yeah. And Forbes has been all over the field tonight.
Yeah, Forbes, after having that first drop to begin the game, he's been on fire ever since. That's a hole. That's a clear hole. There it is.
Yeah, there were some holds going on.
Took him out. I believe it took the ref, the whole crowd saying hold for him to actually throw the hold in. It didn't look like he was actually going to throw that.
Aiden Brooks had a death grip on one of the Dragon defenders.
Yeah, and the fans are letting the ref hear it. It definitely took him a while. It was right there in front of his face, and I feel like it took the whole crowd to say hold for him to actually throw the flag out there. But nonetheless, it gets thrown out. So once again, the Dragons have a chance to capitalize on Clarkston, shooting themselves in the foot. Now it's 1st and 26. If Clarkston somehow finds a way to get it for first down, then they deserve to score a touchdown on this drive, because you had this about 25 yards, 26 yards from a first down, sitting right at midfield.
Dylan Kowal checks in.
I believe they took to brink it out. Yeah.
Out as we have trips right and two backs in the backfield. DePillo
All kinds of time again.
He's got time. He dodges a tackle, looks and throws it away.
It's just amazing how much time he had there to dance. He looked like Patrick Mahomes. He just had so much time, just kind of rolled around. And granted, he didn't complete the pass, but it's definitely kind of concerning when you send 5 or 6 guys and you still can't get a guy in there.
When he rolls to the right and that offensive line is so big, he's got Garrett Dellinger over playing right tackle. Rocco Spindler has a chance to roll over, and yeah, they provide him a lot of time to throw.
Yeah, DePillo's good at throwing on the run too, especially to his right. You don't want to send him over there. If anything, you want to send him over to the left side against his body.
So on second down,
The screen pass.
And a screen. To Hine, he breaks a couple tackles.
Just poor tackling.
And got up near the first down and got the first down.
No, I believe that's the initial my scrimmage. We get a replay of this. It's just poor tackling from the Dragons. Two.
Naslardell had him and let him get away.
Manzo 3.
Cade Manzo had him, let him get away.
It's just 3 or 4 missed tackles right there, which is uncharacteristic like of the Dragons all season. We've been seeing them being able to tackle well, but this game they just haven't been going for the legs, haven't really been going for the hamstrings. They've been trying to tackle high, and you can't do that, especially against a team like Clarkston. You really have to go for the legs here, as I believe it's about third and 10 here.
The down box shows, 3rd and 10. We're under 40 seconds to go.
The clock is going too. Clarkston's going to have to go here.
DePillo back, looks, trying to get away.
There you go.
Taken down after about a 2-yard gain as we close in on 20 seconds left.
Yeah, Clarkston, I'm not going to say this is in field goal range, but their kicker, number 15, Stephen Rusnak, I saw him in pregame. He has a decent leg. I believe this might be a tad bit out of his range.
They're just going to let the clock run out.
I think they are. I don't think they're going to try anything here, which is probably the
final 5 seconds count down.
Oh, no, they did call timeout.
Timeout. It shows 1/10 of a second left, and Clarkston calls a timeout. It would be about a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, and
from here.
This is from the right hash, and when I was watching Rusnak in warm-ups, the left hash was not his specialty. He is a lefty kicker, so trying to kick across his body is a very hard thing to do, and he was struggling from the left hash, getting height on the ball and getting distance on it. But when I saw him flip to the right hash, he had a lot of legs, so they might try a field goal here because he was getting it well from about 42 yards. It's sitting about 10 yards back, and he had lots of room to spare when he was on that far hash on the right side. So I'm not sure what they're going to do here. I'm not sure if they're maybe try a Hail Mary, maybe bring out the field goal get
Nope,
it, and they are.
He's got it teed up just outside the 40-yard line.
Dragons don't have anyone back.
They put time on the clock. There is 2 seconds showing on the clock.
It's going to be from 50 yards. It's going to be a long one.
So from 50 yards, here we go. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is no good.
Had the leg, just pushed it left.
Had the leg, just pushed it. So we've played one half. The Clarkston Wolves lead the Lake Orion Dragons 14-0. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Orion Neighborhood Television and DragonBroadcasting.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, our halftime entertainment begins tonight with the Dragons Varsity Dance Team.
I like your analogy. Yeah, if they're breaking
The Varsity Dance Team has been hard at work this summer with its virtual tryouts in June, summer tryouts in July, and have been working diligently on their routines in preparation for the upcoming competition season. Their first competition is virtual on November 8th, and the broadcasting and award ceremony takes place over Thanksgiving weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, your Lake Orion Varsity Dance Team.
What's that? No, we're good, thanks. We did not see Dom or connect.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the field the 2020 Lake Orion Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Michael Steele, with assistance from Joe Cruzy. Cover guard instructions by Katie Hoffman and Eddie Hennessy. Tonight, the band will present the first part of their 2020 show entitled Queen Bee, featuring Royals by Lord, Waltz number 2 by Shostakovich, and From Harbor of Seville by Rossini. From majors, Dylan Patel, Natalie Rizzo, Jonathan Collins, and Alexis Malouche. The field is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, the 149 number 2020 Dragons.
We're at halftime. The Clarkston Wolves holding a 14-0 lead over the Lake Orion Dragons. Kevin, it was a back and forth half, but as we talked about, it's all about adjustments, and the Dragons moved the ball really well in their first series. The Clarkston adjusted their defense, and they pretty much shut them down after that.
Yeah, after that first drive where the Dragons failed to convert, I believe it was about a 4th and 2, 4th and 3, where they had a guy wide open across the middle of the field, and it was just a simple drop. After that, it seemed to be the turning point for Clarkston. They got things turned around, and the momentum seemed to kind of shift over to the Wolves. So Dragons have got to find a way to get on the horse here and quick. In that first half, they only had 57 total rushing yards and 35 total passing yards, and their quarterback, Kyler Carson, was 4 for 10 for 35 yards. So only a total of 92 yards as a team offensively for the Dragons, and so they got to find a way to get this offense going like how it was on that first drive.
Clarkston scored in the first quarter on a 1-yard run by Aiden Brooks, and then he scored again in the second quarter on a 9-yard run, and that's all the scoring that we've had so far. Again, 14-0 at the half. Our second quarter is underwritten by Lakes Community Credit Union. The not-for-profit institution has been providing financial services to the Oakland County area since 1937. Give them a call at 248-814-4000 or visit bbcu.org. It is a proud part of the Birmingham Bloomfield Credit Union. And our scoreboard for the second half is underwritten by Jet's Pizza, with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area, proud supporters of ONTV since 2009. So the Dragons will receive the second half kickoff, and it's very simple. They got to score.
They got to score, and it can't be a field goal. It has to be a touchdown. You're down by 2 possessions here, and you had some missed chances early in the half, but that's the first half. 0-0, as the players always say. So if you can dominate this second half here, you could find yourself walking out of here with a victory, but it all starts on the offensive side. And I think what it comes down to, I feel like they, going back to your keys before the game, I feel like number 2 you had on that list was, stick to what's working. I feel like the Dragons kind of got away from that. They found themselves down early, something that they haven't experienced all season. I feel they kind of hit the panic button a tad bit and just kind of went away from what they were doing on that first drive. Because after that first drive, they could not really get anything going.
So we do have as we stated earlier, beautiful night. The wind is a little out of the south. The flag is rippling quite healthy on the north end zone.
Are you done? Sweet, thank you.
So number 22, CJ Witt, and I believe number 28, Dorian Hill, are back deep for the Dragons. Stephen Rusnak will kick off for Clarkston as we start the second half.
Oh, it's a pooch.
High pooch kick,
Gotta
fair
catch it.
catch called for and taken. Wise move by Hunter Scher.
Yeah.
And the Dragons take possession first and 10.
We already have a penalty in the field.
Let's see what the call is.
The Lake Orion fans were cheering like it was on Clarkston, so they might be moving this one back.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Clarkston. So that will add to the end of the fair catch on the kick and move the ball up to the 48-yard line of Lake Orion, where the Dragons will start first and 10. That's huge.
That's huge, yeah. Now you start just inside midfield. You're in your own territory at the 48, so you got 50 yards to go here to get 6. So this is a big drive right here, a big way to start the second half and see if they can do it. That's a good start right there.
Yep. Number 15, Brendan Hastings on the run. And I think he got the first down.
We get a replay of this. It was just a simple power sweep. Yep, this is a power sweep to
Look
Hastings.
at the block by Joey Theed on the corner. Joey Theed playing tight end, sealed the block.
And they did give him a first down there.
First down. Handoff. Brandon Hastings taken down after about a 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Near the 45, loss of 3.
He tried the same thing going the opposite way, and that time Clarkston was able to get upfield and now over pursue the play and end up stopping the Dragons for a loss of 3 right there.
Wholesale changes at the receiver positions for the Dragons. Pat Ray comes in at the running back. Double wide, double slot look for the Dragons on 2nd down. Hunter up the middle, gets no gain and is dropped. It'll be 3rd and long for the Dragons. Hunter Carson's gone all the way in this game. It's the first time we've seen that this year.
All right, another 3rd long is where this is not where you want to be. 3rd and 13. You got to find a way to, at the very least, make this a manageable 4th down.
Trips to the right, single wide left. Carson back, rolling, looking, throwing. Caught at the 40 by Dorian Hill. They're going to be way short of a first down. It's 4th and about 8.
Yeah, I feel like Carson may have kind of pulled the trigger a little bit too early right there. He looked like he may have could have kind of set his feet in the pocket and looked for some options down the field, but you know, I guess 4th and 8 is better than the 4th and 13, but you're still, you know, very difficult 4th down right here.
Trips left, single wide right, single back. Kyler back, looks, going deep. Got to Brinkett, just over his fingertips. And we have a flag down at the 25. Let's check it out.
Lake Orion fans cheering like it's on Clarkston. But we've been preaching all night. They got to hit the Brinkett. They got to use the height they have, and they did. Just overshot him right there. But they might have a break right here.
Holding against the defense. So that's an automatic first down for the Dragons. And how huge is that?
That's huge. After what it looked to be a failed converted 4th down, and it looked like they may have had to Brinkett. They get a break right here, so let's see again if they can make something of Clarkston shooting themselves in the foot here. So you got an empty set right here.
Cade Manzo in a slot left. Handoff.
No, it's Carson.
Carson up the middle. He lets the ball go. The ball's free on the ground, and it's going to be Clarkston's ball. Oh, my goodness.
That's what you didn't want to see. And you said it earlier, Doug. Carson, he's got to get a better hand in that ball or get a better hold of the ball as we get a replay of this. It was a good, beautiful fake. He just took it right up the middle of the field, and I'm not sure where he exactly. Oh, right there, number 21 ripped it out for Clarkston. That's number 21, Aiden Brooks.
As the first time you ever get the ball as a running back, no matter what level you're in, you're told when you're near contact, wrap the ball up.
That's one thing.
Both hands up, both arms around the ball.
Yeah, especially as a quarterback too. You also want to protect yourself as well, and you know, put 2 hands on the ball and put your shoulders down, protect your knees. And it was a very good play from Aiden Brooks to rip that ball out as Carson was heading to the ground.
1st and 10, Clarkston from the 5, handoff up the middle. Goes to Aiden Brooks. He goes up the middle, broke a couple tackles, gets up to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2. Oh, I'm sorry, 2nd and 5.
Once again, about a 5 or 6 yard gain there on first down for Clarkston. Makes the second down a little bit easier. I think they're going to mark it at 2nd and 4, 2nd maybe even 3, but
So 2nd down and 3. Handoff up the middle.
every time they stop Clarkston to a game 3, it's always on 2nd down and 3, and it's enough for a first down, and it's just the cycle just keeps repeating itself.
Brooks again on the carry. He's been a busy young man tonight. He got the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 16.
Yeah, the Dragons have got to get some energy. I know it's definitely a tough break when you fumble on a drive that looked like it was destined to maybe get 6. But the guys got to get going. The defense isn't in a terrible spot. You know, you still got Clarkston well inside their own territory here.
And quarterbacks coach Chuck Howell was just having a word with Kyler on the sideline. DePillo back, looks, throws. Got a receiver, incomplete. Intended
It was Forbes.
for Forbes.
Forbes has been the man for DePillo today. He's gone to him a lot. As we get a replay of this, is he just let it fly. A little bit underthrown right there. It gave the DB a chance. I believe that's for Lake Orion.
TK Fikes did a great job of staying with him, and even after it looked like he had overrun it, still stayed up and got his arms in the way.
Yeah, he did a good job of not making too much contact with Forbes and just kept his arms up to kind of just block the view. Didn't really interfere with the receiver.
So 2nd and 10 from the 16. Tight formation for Clarkston.
QB power.
DePillo, he's going to get dropped for minimal gain, maybe a half a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd and long.
All right, 3rd and long again. It's been the story.
Here's where your defense has got to come up. Get a stop.
You know, a tough turnover, but the defense, you know, they call this in practice sudden change. You know, when all of a sudden the ball just changes hands, and the defense has got to go out there and get a stop, and this is a chance for it right here. You got Clarkston sitting inside their own 20, so if you do force from the punt, you could get pretty decent field position, just like how you did on the drive previous. So it's a critical 3rd down right here. Dragons got to find a way to get some pressure.
Andy Bryant comes in at one of the cornerback positions.
They got pressure on him.
Back pressure, looks, throws, incomplete. Intended for Blake Cozen.
He had him open.
Right through his hands.
Yeah, he had him open and probably would have had the first down. And DePillo was kind of stepping up in the pocket, sort of on the run, and just overshot his man right there. So good break for the Dragons, and thankfully no harm, no foul off of that turnover from Kyler Carson. But now Dragons have got to find a way to get something going here.
Cade Manzo drops deep. Ball's back. Rusnak is the punter.
Aaron, calm down, yeah.
And fair catch called for at the Clarkston 49-yard line. 7:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hey, thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch Lake Orion High School sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and more this fall, plus concerts and ceremonies. Next week, we'll have live broadcasts of the varsity soccer game, and I'll finish after this play. Dragons, 1st down, handoff up the middle, went to Brandon Hastings on the carry. He got a couple, and the Dragons are going to go hurry up.
Yeah, they got to, because especially after that first drive where they had the fumble, now you really got to get on your horse. The pressure's on the Dragons to score quickly.
Trips left, single wide right. Carson throws, caught.
A little bit of a high pass right there from Carson, but this time C.J. Witt on the reception. He caught that one. He was the one that had that 4th down drop on the first drive of the game, but was able to catch that one, kind of redeem himself a tad bit, and now you got a manageable 3rd and 2 right here.
So 3rd down, 2 to go.
I would say this is 4th down territory. You got plays to work with, so.
I formation in the backfield to the left of Carson.
Jet sweep.
Jet sweep.
He didn't get there.
Did not get it. Did not get it. C.J. Witt came around the corner, was met head on.
Number 81, Harry Skinner.
Yeah, Harry Skinner and Caleb Stallworth also in on it.
All right.
So here we have another 4th down. Joey Theed in the offensive backfield. He shift to the left of Carson.
They do. They give to
Carson up the middle. He's not going to get there. Number 32 for the Wolves, Caleb Stallworth. We just called his name. Shed his block and met Kyler and dropped him for no gain.
Yeah.
It's now Clarkston's ball, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I don't like that play call. Right there, it's 4th and 2. You got guys that can power the ball in there. We still haven't seen any of AJ Muzon at all. It looks like he might be injured though, but you got backs that can run the ball. I mean, they had Joey Feed sitting there right in the backfield. I don't know why you wouldn't try to use him as a lead blocker. They ran away from Joey Feed. I don't agree with, you know, putting your quarterback in a dangerous spot like that, both for injury and, you know, I just don't like that.
Trips left. DePillo from the pistol. And we're going to have a flag. I think we're going to have a procedure call against Clarkston, which we will back them up 5. It'll make it 1st and 15. Ball be spotted on the 35. 5:31 to go here in the 3rd. Clarkston up 14-0.
Once again, the defense is, you know, their backs aren't really against the wall in terms of how close they are to their own end zone, but once again, they're put back out there after the offense failed to convert on 4th down.
Clarkston comes out, trips left, single wide right. DePillo up the middle. He got the 5-yard penalty back. He's back at the original line of scrimmage on the Clarkston 40. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Also Marcoux.
Defense has really been the, I guess, the bright point of this team so far. Granted, they have given up 14 points, but they've kept the offense at least in somewhat of a manageable range to maybe make a comeback here. But the defense can only hold for so long, and at one point or another, the defense is going to break.
Clarkston was 2nd down and 10. DePillo stayed in the gun all night. Pass up the middle, incomplete. Intended for Aiden Brooks, or I'm sorry, for number 12, Logan Forbes, and broken up by a host of Dragons. Actually, it was kind of, he let him a little too far, right off his fingertips.
Yeah, they call that kind of route a spot play, where the receiver kind of runs to a half slant and stops in the middle of the field. And yeah, it looked like maybe there may have been some miscommunication because DePillo kind of threw that too far up the field. But here we go, 3rd and 10. Another chance for the Dragons to get a stop.
3rd and 10. Trips left, single wide right. Single back in the backfield. DePillo from the gun, back, looks, throws, caught. Just enough for the 1st down. Did they call? They called it incomplete.
That was a beautiful play from TK Fikes on the edge. Right there is just a simple out route from Clarkston to number 2, Blake Cozen. And he had the ball almost all the way to the ground, and he just dropped it, I guess, right as he hit the ground or trying to just corral the balls. We get a replay. Oh, great angle right here. Ref's kind of in the way.
TK Fikes hit him, and there's the ball coming out. Absolutely great work, Joe Johnson.
Great play from TK Fikes to get his arm in there and bat that ball away. It's what they teach in practice all the time.
So Rusnak back to punt. Kate Manzo back deep.
So much time to punt back there.
Kate makes the catch and is down immediately by number 32, Caleb Stallworth. So the Dragons will take over 1st and 10 on the just over the 30-yard line. 4:32 to go.
And this is where those missed opportunities are coming back to bite them, because they've had multiple chances to get a touchdown. They've had some beautiful drives that just have ended in a turnover and downs, or just or a turnover, and they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. They have no problem moving the ball. It's just a matter of trying to finish a drive.
Double wide, double slots for the Dragons. Manzo comes in motion.
Tyler has it again. He's gotta
Tyler.
cover that ball.
Got a little lane. He's got a first down and more, out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
And that's good to see the play calling. Coach Fisher still has confidence in his quarterback to run the ball even after that fumble. And you see Kyler kind of taking, kind of holding that ball a little bit tighter there, more high and tight, and he was able to step out of bounds and avoid some contact.
So 1st and 10, trips left, single wide right. Kyler again, and he's thrown down. Number 32, Caleb Stallworth. We've been calling his name a lot here in the second half. Cut in and dropped Kyler for no gain. So 2nd down and 10. The ball is on the 44 of Lake Orion. Double wide, double slot look for the Dragons. Kyler got pressure. He's going down. Rocco Spindler.
I'm not sure.
And number 22, John Lord, on the stop.
I'm not sure what that play call was. I'm not sure if that was a QB draw or supposed to be a screen. Either way, you're getting your quarterback hit, and Kyler Carson, I see him, I'm watching him, he is breathing heavy right now. He's been running the ball a lot, and quarterback can only take so many hits.
Well, let's face it, when you get hit by Rocco Spindler,
exactly.
it hurts.
It hurts, yeah.
It's got it. So, 3rd down, 4 wides to the right, single wide to the left, empty backfield for Kyler. Drops, looks, going deep.
He overshot him.
Overshot him, nobody there.
He had Dorian Hill on the seam route, and he just overthrew him. It's just, I know it's been a rough night trying to pass the ball, but it felt like Kyler maybe just kind of just launched that thing, didn't really see where he was throwing at. But he definitely had if he had thrown that more towards the inside, Dorian Hill had lots of room in the open field. And now, sitting here 4th and 12, it looks like they're going for it. I don't disagree with this call. You might as well.
You've got to get some first downs.
No, it
Quick
and
kick,
he got blocked.
and it's blocked. Picked up by Clarkston and down at about the 40. What do they call it? The 40?
Yeah, but about the 35 to 40. Once again, I don't know what's going on. I don't agree with that play call either. I mean, you had your punter with Andy Bryant, who has a pretty good leg. As we get a replay of this, Kyle just tried to pooch kick that one. I don't understand.
They did that last week against U of D, and it worked well. This time it didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's 4th and 12. In my opinion, that's kind of a clear punt situation. In my opinion, that's either you punt the ball away, like you actually punt the ball and bring the punt team out there, or you go for it. I don't, see what they were trying to fake out right there by running that pooch play when it's 4th and 12.
So here we go. Clarkston takes over. 1st and 10 on the Lake Orion 36. Trips left, single wide right. DePillo outside, gets tripped up.
I guess we got a flag. This might be another holding.
TK Fikes upended him. Let's see what the call is. Having a discussion probably about where the ball will be placed. And they're waving off the flag.
It looked like a possible hold right around like the 38-yard line, but they wave it off, and the yellow fans out. They don't want to see that one. But
Coach Blackstock getting an explanation. Looking to set the down box. It is 2nd down and 8 from the 34. Double wide, double slot. Look for Clarkston, single back in the backfield. DePillo from the gun. Looks, throws, gets that inside screen. This time they catch it. And
Good tackle from TK Fikes out there.
yeah, TK Fikes brought down Logan Forbes. They finally made that inside screen work.
Yeah, they tried to run that earlier and couldn't make it work, and that time they ran it to perfection. It was a good ball carrier vision from Forbes. He ended up cutting that one across the field, and just poor tackling from the Dragons secondary. Luckily, TK Fikes went all the way across the field, was able to get the tackle, so it gives the defense a chance. We get a replay of this one. Simple pitch and catch right here, and Forbes was able to turn it into a big game.
Yeah, they tried that 3 times, and he had a wall of blockers and he caught that. So first down, sweep this side, coming around the corner.
Good tackle.
And stopped by number 16, Ethan Strand, who made an ankle tackle and saved the touchdown.
That was a beautiful tackle out there.
On Aaron Brooks.
Was able to kind of clip the leg of Brooks right there and ended up stopping him for basically no gain here. So very good tackle, but still second and goal, 6 yards away from Pater right here for Clarkston.
Single wide out left. DePillo coming right. Cuts in behind his offensive line and gets down near the 1.
It's like Clarkston showing shades of Michigan State running plays to the short side of the field that probably should be ran to the far side, but they made it work. They got about 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards, so now you're sitting at third and goal. Ball sitting on the 2 for Clarkston. And again, it's where the defense has to clamp up, try to plug the holes as best they can here.
Third and goal for Clarkston. The ball spotted on the 2. Single wide out right. Handoff up the middle.
He's in.
Touchdown Clarkston. Aiden Brooks again with his 3rd touchdown of the night with 37.8 seconds to go here in the 3rd.
Get a replay of this one right here. Just run it behind their big fellas.
Yep.
Doing it all night.
He took it right up the middle, and you can see Rocco Spindler's
Just
putting players 4 yards deep in the end zone. So now Rusnak on for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 37.8 seconds to go. Clarkston 21, Lake Orion nothing. Remind you again, today's game is a copyright presentation of a Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. Last school year, the LOHS broadcast program was awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the country. We brought you over 80 live sporting events, and we plan to match that again this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily live newscast, LOAM. Tune in at www.dragonbroadcasting.org as the LO flag flies over the stands. Kai Bell and Dorian Hill back deep. Rusnak could be kicking into a win. Another pooch kick.
Look, yeah, just let that
Yep,
one go.
let it go
Good
out of
play.
bounds.
Smart play from Hunter Share right
That'll
there.
be a procedure call, and the Dragons should get the ball to 40 and start this drive. I'm sorry, they'll mark it at the 35, and the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. And the Dragons declined the penalty because the ball went out at the 36. So they picked up another yard. It'll be 1st and 10. Brandon Hastings is the running back.
It looks like we got a change at quarterback. Yep, Drew Kniper in at quarterback. So I was kind of sitting there and wondering if they're going to change it, and they did.
Handoff, and Hastings goes nowhere.
I'd been waiting all night, seeing if they were going to possibly change QBs, and they finally did.
Number 76, who is not on my program, unless it's Keegan Kelly, who doesn't have a number,
Could be him,
made the tackle. 2 wides for the Dragons. Handoff, looks, throws,
And it's
picked
intercepted.
off by Clarkston.
Wow.
Who was that? Number 28, Ian Olson, undercut the route.
That was a beautiful play by him. He beautifully undercut the route, put his arms out. You get a replay of this. Kniper, I should say, kind of just forced his pass right here. Didn't have to throw it to that guy, but he did, and threw it a little bit behind the receiver.
Intended for Joey Theed. And the route was just undercut and picked off.
That's definitely not a good look if you're Lake Orion. You know, you sub out Kyler, you put in the backup, and the backup throws a pick on his second play of the drive. So the only guy they got left is Dom Bruno, number 9.
Well, all 3 quarterbacks have played this year in every game. So Clarkston comes out, trips in a bunch right, and a single back in the backfield.
Another screen.
Another screen again, and this time it's sniffed out by the Dragons.
Yeah, there's Andy Bryant out there.
Andy Bryant and Cade Manzo.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter right there.
And that'll be the end of the third. We played 3. The Clarkston Wolves 21, the Lake Orion Dragons nothing. Go mobile with Orion Neighborhood Television anytime. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube on your mobile devices. Connect with Orion Neighborhood Television to see what's happening in our studio, see upcoming events, and watch Orion Neighborhood Television in high definition on demand. ONTV working to bring Lake Orion to the world.
It just has not been a very good second half for Lake Orion. It seemed like they were going to be able to get things going in that first drive. They ended up, having the fair catch to start the half, and then they had the unsportsmanlike conduct from Clarkston. Started right around midfield. They were driving. Carson fumbles. The defense gets a stop. And then on the next ensuing drive for Lake Orion, they can't get in 4th and 2 with some questionable play calling. And now you're sitting here, you're down by 3 scores, 12 minutes to play left. And right now it seems like they maybe got something going on at the QB position. I remember talking to Coach Blackstock last week, or I should say against Oak Park. He said that, he was waiting for one QB to really take that role, and obviously no one has done it yet because they put Kniper in and put out Carson.
So here we go, double wide, double slot look for the Wolves.
Another screen.
DePillo with a screen. Breaks a tackle is Forbes, and he's down near another first down. They're going to call him just short. It'll be 2nd and 1. I'm sorry, 3rd and 1, they're calling it.
Once again, just more tackling across the board. They had Forbes potentially for maybe a gain of about 2, and just arm tackling from Lake Orion. Right now, this defense just really looks depleted. They really look kind of out of it. They're not showing that same emotion and fire like how they had to begin this game.
Trevor Witt checks in along the defensive front. And we are going to have a stoppage. Lake Orion's called a timeout, I believe, and they have.
There's a whistle on the field. Lake Orion.
As we had said earlier, the second quarter sponsor for this game is Lakes Community Credit Union, a part of Birmingham Bloomfield Credit Union. The not-for-profit institution has been providing financial services to the Oakland County area since 1937. Give them a call at 248-814-4000 or visit bbcu.org.
What's that?
What's on your mask there?
So
That's
for the
not working.
Dragons, you'd at least, you want to get a stop here.
Yeah, this is really your only shot, but this is well inside the field goal range of Clarkston. So if you do get a stop here on 3rd down, you could see maybe them go for it on 4th down if you don't, force a loss of yardage here. And if you do stop a force, or yeah, if you do cause Clarkston to lose yards, how much do they lose, and is it still in field goal range?
So 3rd down and 1, single wide out, 2 backs and an offset eye.
They're running it right at the middle here.
Handoff, and 1st down Clarkston and more. Inside the 5, touchdown Clarkston. Aiden Brooks took it in, and there is a late flag coming out.
There's some extracurricular activity going on. I believe they're going to go on Lake Orion.
Let's see what's going on.
I think it was over.
Touchdown. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Lake Orion. I believe we have had an ejection.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they ejected. It may have been Kniper. He ran off the field.
He came off the field.
Yeah, he ran off the field. And I believe they only got 10 guys out there because they couldn't get a sub in for him.
And they still almost blocked it. The kick is good. 11:08 to go in the game. It's now 28-0 Clarkston.
Yeah, they tried to run it up.
You can see what happened.
They tried to run it up the middle right there.
Boy, that was a hold.
Yeah.
He just outran Joey Theed into the end zone.
Yeah, they tried to run it up the middle, and then there's nowhere to run, so they bounced it outside, and Owen was outside, and all had green grass in front. Yeah, I'm still not sure who got ejected. It may have been Kniper, but I'm not sure. Maybe they just had too many men to begin with on the field, and he had to just, they had to get a guy off before they got the penalty. But
he gave the call for an unsportsmanlike conduct, pointed to the Lake Orion end, and then raised his right thumb.
yeah,
And to me, that is an ejection. And not only is he ejected for the rest of this game,
first half of next game.
no, all of next week.
game.
He is for all of next week as well against Farmington here at Dragon Stadium next Friday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that was.
We will have it all for you on Orion Neighborhood Television. However, Kniper is out there
So maybe it wasn't
with
on
the
him.
hands team.
Yeah, so maybe it wasn't him.
No.
I didn't hear Roger Smith over the PA say there was an ejection, so.
Well, when the referee raises his left hand, that is usually the sign that there's an ejection, and it usually follows an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, exactly. I believe in high school, if you get 2 of them, then you get kicked out of the game. So.
Oh no! If
If it's only 1.
2 personal fouls, you're out of it. But if you are ejected from the game and the ball blows off the tee again,
that wind is coming in now.
Yeah, it is.
It was calm earlier, but as the night rolled on, the wind has picked up quite a bit here.
They'll send Alex Hayward in to hold the ball.
Yeah, it looks like Lake Orion has their hands team in. This is a pretty good spot to try a surprise onside here.
Yep, another pooch kick. Hey, don't think for a minute that Clarkston hasn't forgotten 55-20 last year.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt in my mind after the way that Lake Orion played them on their home turf, and honestly Clarkston only got 21 points when all the backups were in. When both of the ones are out there, Lake Orion was handling Clarkston pretty well, and now Clarkston's returning the favor here.
The Dragons are going to get hit with a delay of game, and that was because the fair catch signal had gone up.
And he still ran the ball.
The catch was made, and he ran the ball.
We saw that earlier with Clarkston on a punt return where he called the fair catch and tried to take the ball.
So, Dragons come out trips right. Toss right. Up the middle.
Good run right there.
goes Pat Ray.
Tackled by Brooks and Stallworth.
Brooks and Stallworth on the tackle for Clarkston. And we've got a dragon down, and it looks like the Brinket.
Yeah, it might be. It's like a cramp here. By the way, that his teammate is kind of holding his leg up. Hope it's anything too serious. I believe it is the Brinket down there. Not completely sure. But I've just been listening in my ear. I'm hearing the student section say, "We want Bruno."
Well, you know what? The student section doesn't call it.
Exactly.
So Cade Manzo comes out to be of any assistance he can as Chelsea comes out.
Yeah, it looks like a cramp, by the way. He's just holding that leg, so.
They'll get him off and get some water in him. We have 10:51 to go. Clarkston holding on to a 28-0 lead. While they attend to the injured player, we'll take a break. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Orion Neighborhood Television and DragonBroadcasting.org. And Joey, I do that while they're attending. There's no sense keeping cameras on the injured player. Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mitch DeBrinket comes off the field under his own power. It is 2nd down and 1 for the Dragons from their own 27. Up the middle goes Kyler Carson. He's got a 1st down up to the 35-yard line.
Hit by Skinner at the 35.
So that'll be another 1st down for the Dragons. Jack Wellman checks in at a wide receiver spot. Kai Bell comes in.
Lake Orion's taking their time right now. I don't want to say it's over until it's over, but with 10 minutes to go, you're down by 4 scores. Definitely hopes look slim here, making a possible comeback.
Kyler again gets a couple up to the 41-yard or 36-yard line where it'll be 2nd down.
Also, Aiden Ladd. 1-yard gain.
It's definitely a good wake-up call for Lake Orion though in this game. It shows them what they need to work on going down the stretch here.
Joey Theed checks in. Tyler up the middle for about a gain of a yard. As we stated earlier, we'll be right back here next Friday night as the Dragons play Farmington.
They haven't played them in a long time.
Yeah, they did them a couple years ago, I believe, in the playoffs. So it's 3rd down and 8. 4 wides left for the Dragons. And we have a timeout taken by the Dragons. That is their 3rd of the 2nd half. Or is that their 2nd? They were just a little quick on the scoreboard.
I believe that was their 2nd of the 2nd half.
And Farmington just came off a huge battle with North Farmington last week. And I'd have to check. I believe Farmington won that game.
Yeah, Lake Orion's going to have a good test coming in next week as well. They don't really have much of a break from Clarkston. They got to get back on their horse again and, go at it next Friday.
And I did not check the schedule to see where Clarkston goes or who they welcome in. So 9:04 to go, 3rd down and 8. Double wide, double slot look for the Dragons. Kyler back, look, going deep. Got a receiver and right through his arms.
That was That
was Dorian Hill, and he split 2 defenders, and the ball went right between his arms.
Yeah, that was a pretty good throw from Kyler. As we get a replay of this, a good view.
Good throw.
Right in the breadbasket for him. Split the safeties. Yeah, he had it.
Yeah.
It just
you got to catch that ball.
Sophomore, just growing pains right there. That was a really very, very good throw from Carson right there.
Andy Bryant into punt, high kick. Drives him back to the 29-yard line. Is Forbes, who's been a busy young man tonight. And so Clarkston takes over 1st and 10 from their own 30 with 8:53 to go.
Touching on who you're, wondering about who Clarkston plays, they play Birmingham Seaholm next week.
Birmingham Seaholm,
yeah.
who made the state semifinals last year before losing to Detroit Martin Luther King.
Yeah, that's a home game for Clarkston. So.
Yeah. So, 1st and 10 for the Wolves. DePillo remains at quarterback, single wide out. Backs in an I formation, now motion this side. Handoff on the sweep for about 5. Goes number 10, Nathan Guerin.
It was Brendan Jones in there on that tackle right there.
Brendan Jones in on the stop. They're giving him a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. And there's nothing fancy about simple jet sweep. Cut it upfield where he had a hole.
Yeah, as soon as you see that seam, you want to plant your foot, cut it upfield, get as many yards as you can, see if maybe you can break it for a longer gain.
Guerin splits left this time, now comes right. He gets the ball again, tries the same play, and is met and buried.
That was Brock Iwanski out there.
By Brock Iwanski. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 36. Clock continues to run, closing in on 7:45 to go. Single wide out. Clarkston's going to be content pretty much to run the ball the rest of the way out.
Yeah.
DePillo's gone all the way at quarterback. Handoff up the middle. 1st down Clarkston. By number 30, Davis York on the carries. His first carry of the night.
Even with this big lead, I do expect Clarkston to keep their starters in because how you were referencing last year, how they remember 51-25. You already know that they're probably going to try to,
And number 72, who is Cole Dellinger, that is Garrett's younger brother. He's in there. They're very high on him. Handoff down the left sideline.
And they're going to give a flag.
Goes Davis York, and we have a late flag. Might be a hit out of bounds.
Yep.
We'll check the sign. There comes a time where frustration sets in.
Yeah.
And you've got to keep your composure about you.
Yeah, I don't think Manzo was trying to be intentional with that one. York was kind of iffy about if he was going to go out of bounds or not, and kind of made a late break to step out of bounds. And Manzo was already kind of committed going full speed. So we get a replay of it.
Personal foul against the Dragons.
See, yeah, York was kind of iffy about going out of bounds. And then
I'll tell you what, Rocco Spindler got away with a really good hold because he pulled the jersey down and exposed the shoulder pad.
Yeah, I've been watching him all night, and he has gotten away with some holds. Obviously, it's all up to the referees, but Spindler has been kind of holding the whole night. But
so 1st and 10 from the 14. Single wide out, backs in an I. Handoff again to number
York.
30, spins outside York. He's at the 10 and run out of bounds about the 8.
Davis York getting some good rest right now. Really kind of trying to put his name out there. He's been running good so far.
Brennan Jones and TK Fikes on the stop. So it is second, and they're calling it 5 from the 9 as we close in at 6 minutes to go. And Clarkston's going to use every bit of that 40-second clock. Backs in an eye. DePillo. Hands off, flag coming in. And another flag coming in.
Yeah, we might have, this might be
I think the initial call was a hold against Clarkston. It came from the umpire. And then the line judge on this side came in with a flag when the play was over. So we'll see what referee Nick Meyer tells us. Holding, Clarkston. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, Lake Orion. So we're going to do it all over again. The two, and the Dragons had a holding call in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And now Clarkston's going to take a timeout to go talk things over. And while Clarkston takes that timeout, we'll finish the read we started earlier. Thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch Lake Orion High School sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and more this fall, plus concerts and ceremonies. Next week, we'll have live broadcasts of the varsity soccer game versus Clarkston, soccer district playoffs versus Eisenhower, and varsity football against Farmington here at Dragon Stadium. It costs less than $11 per month to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the Lake Orion High School program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. ONTV thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication to bring Dragon sports to the world. So second down and 6, Twins right, single wide left, backs in an eye. Handoff and going nowhere is number 27, Jake Havel. He's got a loss, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8. The ball will be marked on about the 12-yard line. So 3rd down and 8. Clarkston comes out with Twins left, single wide right. DePillo from the pistol. He's gone all the way tonight. Handoff, going nowhere.
Good tackle in the backfield right there. I believe that was Kniper.
Kniper tackled number 30, Davis York. So it'll be 4th and 8 for the Wolves.
So they're bringing up the field goal unit. So Rusnak, he's 0 for 1 in the night when it comes to field goals. He missed the 50-yard field goal before halftime, so he's going to get another crack at it.
This one will be from 31, set up right in the middle of the field.
Yeah, for him, it's kind of a chip shot. Yeah, 31 yards.
Down to 10 on the play clock. Number 3, Alec Bone will hold. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:06 to go here in the 4th. It's now 31-0. Clarkston. Hey, Larry Buss and the crew at Jets Pizza at 1091 South Lapeer Road have been a proud supporter of Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Athletics since 2009. Jets supplies catering for our cast and crew. Thank you, Larry, for your continued support. Give them a call and order dinner at 248-814-7559. So 4:06 to go. Clarkston up by 31 over the Dragons.
Yeah, if it wasn't over before, that field goal definitely clinched it right there for Clarkston. Is tough day for the Dragons all around, but I think this game was really on the offense. Just couldn't get anything going, put the defense in some bad situations here, and eventually at one point or another, the defense is going to give.
Well, again, Clarkston is a lot more, if you want to use the term, battle-tested.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they fought West Bloomfield tooth and
Yeah,
nail
got them all the way down
last
to
week,
the end.
and an overtime win.
Yeah, field goal in overtime.
Takai Bell back deep.
They boot this one.
High end over end kick into and out of the end zone. It'll come out to the 20, and the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. And we'll also remind you, DVD copies can be purchased by calling Orion Neighborhood Television at 248-393-1060. For only $10, you can get a copy of not only this game, but any game or program in our broadcast vault. That's DVD copies at 248-393-1060.
Looks like we got a change in the quarterback situation. I saw him warming up on the sideline with number 9, Dominic Bruno, is in the game.
Dom Bruno is in. Number 44, Pat Rowland, is in at the tailback position. Toss back, coming around the right
Jack
side.
Wellman.
Jack Wellman breaks a tackle, gets over the 40 to about the 42, 43-yard line. Good hard run on the sweep by Jack Wellman.
Yeah, he looked pretty smooth and streamlined. That running form from Wellman, he just hit that edge and turned it up as soon as he saw the hole.
And we talk a lot about perimeter blocking. You just saw it there from C.J. Witt. Wellman goes in motion, going the other way. Got Cade Manzo out in front as a blocker. He gets another first down into Clarkston territory.
Yeah, lots of good.
At the 46-yard line.
They just flip the play. They run rocket left right there. And then again, a lot of good perimeter blocking out there for the Dragons. And Wellman using his speed. He actually kind of waited a tad bit, waited for his blocks to form. And as we get a short replay of this.
They're saying he went down in bounds because the clock kept running while they were resetting the chains. So Twins right, toss back.
This is C.J. Witt right
here.
here.
C.J. Witt up to the 35 of Clarkston.
See if the Dragons can possibly maybe get some points on this drive. At least, you can say you didn't get shut out, but
you need that mental.
Yeah, exactly.
Mental thing, yeah.
Because even though the Dragons did, put the hurt on Clarkston last year, I just feel like a shutout is just, said a lot more than just winning by a large margin. So
Eric Pay comes in, sets him in a slot left. Takai Bell also in a slot left. Oh, and we're going to have a false start by the Dragons on Dorian Hill.
Yep, sophomore right there. Just went a tad bit too early.
Left a little early. So that backs him up. It'll be 2nd down and 6. The ball's now marked at the 41 with 2:20 to go. Twins left, single wide right. Wellman.
Give me a pass. He's got the Kai Bell.
Went for Pay and just overthrew him.
Yeah, it was kind of a questionable throw right there from Bruno, he actually had Dekai Bell wide open on the streak route. Obviously, it looked like, in my time when I played, they called that dash right. I'm not sure if they still call it that. But on dash right, the receiver's supposed to go deep, and that's what he did, but he's supposed to be more of kind of a dummy route, kind of a clear out option.
Pat Ray in at the running back position. Dom looks, throws.
I just threw that one in the dirt right there.
That was not a good throw. That was short of everybody.
Yeah, he kind of short on that when he dropped back. Didn't get the drop he wanted right there, and didn't really step into that. Didn't put all of his force in that one, and his foot, he kind of stepped to the left right there and threw that one in the dirt.
2:05 to go. Dragons down by 31. Double wide, double slot. They move to a trips left double slot. Dom gonna take off. Breaks a tackle, gets down about the 32-yard line.
I think he got that.
And he
I
got
think he got
first
it.
down.
He's kind of holding that ball like a loaf of bread, as the coaches always say, but he ended up kind of boosting his way for a first down. So good run right there from Dom Bruno.
Stop the clock to reset the chains. Now it's running with under 2 minutes to go. Trips left for the Dragons. Wellman and a wing right. Wellman in motion. He gets the toss back.
Another penalty.
And we have a flag down. It's going to be a procedure call against the Dragons. 1:44 to go. So that'll back them up 5. It'll make it a 1st and 15. And we're closing in on 1:30 to go in the game. Trips left. Wellman set up and a wing right. Wellman in motion. Handoff up the middle. That was Pat Ray on the carry, got a couple.
Yeah, it looked like trap right there. They faked the rocket left and then they'll run the trap at the backside. That's usually that play usually goes for a lot, or it goes for basically no gain. There's no in between with that play. If you hit it right, you're off to the races. But if you don't block correctly, you get blown up for a short gain. Just coming on the pass. Now we give it off to Wellman again.
Wellman on the sweep left. He's got a first down and more.
Oh man!
Inside the 20.
Wellman is running very good right now.
Yes, he is. 49.7 seconds left. As Pat Rowland checks in at the running back position.
That is the 3rd or 4th time they've run the rocket to Wellman, and he has lots of room, and he's good at being patient, letting his blockers kind of develop.
Twins to the right, double wing. Toss back to Wellman. Nope, not to Wellman.
This is C.J. Witt.
C.J. Witt, and he's outside the 10.
Dragons have a chance to get a score right here if they got to go, though. They only got 30 seconds.
Under 30 seconds left. They got one timeout.
Let's see if they decide to use it. They put Bruno on the gun right here, so they could be trying to pass.
Dom Bruno is quarterback. Twins left, single wide right. Looks, throws the slant too low. 16.9 seconds. It's going to be 3rd and 8. I'm sorry, 3rd and 5. They just corrected the scoreboard. So 3rd and 8, they're coming out trips left, single wide right, single back in the backfield is Rowland.
Play action.
Dom looks, end zone.
Got him!
Touchdown Lake Orion Dragons, yes! 12.6 seconds to go. Complete to C.J. Witt.
They just ran 4 verts. They had 3 guys out to the left side right there. They run 4 verts. The guy on the inside runs the crosser across the middle of the field, across the safety's face to try to bring him away from the second streak route from the guy in the middle, which was C.J. Witt. And Dom does a perfect ball, lets Witt go up and grab that one. Beautiful pitch and catch right there from Bruno to Witt.
Andy Bryant on for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up. Kick is good. 12.6 seconds to go. It's now 31-7. But say what you will, that score was huge.
As we get a replay of this, yeah, you see it's just the 4 verts. Dom throws a beautiful ball, throws it up there for Witt, and Witt
Great
turns
ball.
around.
Great catch.
And
because he had the defender right in his face.
Yeah, that was beautiful ball placement. That's something that Coach Fisher preaches is, where to place the ball to let your receiver go up and grab that one. And Dom, obviously, he's been listening to Coach Fish, put that one up there. And, probably the guy that you didn't think was going to get a touchdown pass tonight, Dom Bruno, he gets the lone touchdown for Lake Orion tonight. So a good job from those second and third string guys to move the ball. So at least you can go home saying, hey, we didn't get shut out. And Dom Bruno can go home saying, hey, I threw a TD pass today. Yeah.
Yep.
So a lone bright spot in tonight's match for Lake Orion. So obviously Dom will like that one on film come Sunday.
And Clarkston has a hands team up front.
Yeah, Lake Orion looks like they had a lot of more skill guys out there, so it looks like they might be trying to get an onside here, which is always good to see. You always want to see your team play until the end. We'll see if they kick this short though.
Referee blows the whistle.
Yeah, they're gonna boot it deep.
No.
Yeah.
Kicks it deep. And they just fall on it on the 14-yard line. And it's pretty well expected that Clarkston will just take a knee.
Yeah, I would expect that here. Even though this is a rivalry, you still want to see some sportsmanship. So I don't expect Clarkston to, throw a deep ball or anything like that.
It's been chippy at times, but by and large, it's been a fairly well-played ball game tonight. So 1st and 10 for Clarkston. This will probably be the last play of the game. Clarkston sets up in a victory formation. And DePillo takes a knee, and the last 10 seconds run off. And the Dragons come out on the short end. The Clarkston Wolves atone for last year's loss with a 31-7 victory over the Lake Orion Dragons. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Orion Neighborhood Television and DragonBroadcasting.net. We'll be right back. On the field after the end of a 31-7 Clarkston win. Coach Blackstock, let me hand you your mic.
I'll hold it.
This was tough after the emotion of last week to come back. This one hurt.
Yeah, it does. It hurts. Any loss hurts, especially like that. 31-7, and then throw on top of it it being one of your rivals in Clarkston. Absolutely.
On the other hand, you can see why they are number one rated as they are, and why their players come in with the reputation they have.
Yeah, absolutely. We said that there were 4 things that we had to do to give ourselves a real chance, and we didn't do those 4 things. And that was block better than them, tackle better than them, win the ball, meaning get turnovers and protect it on offense, and stay green, which means stay positive. And I think that's the most disappointing thing is I feel like we kind of lost our composure for a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. You got another week of practice. Farmington comes in. Should be a good one. We'll be back Friday night. Coach?
Yeah, it can't come fast enough, can it? Right? Like with that feeling, the only thing you can do is try to get back on the horse and go for another ride. And unfortunately, you got to wait the weekend to get back on the field Monday, and then wait 4 or 5 days before you actually get out here and play again.
Thanks for your time, John.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. So, Kev, from the field, Coach Blackstock put it best. You go back and you get ready for Farmington next week.
Yeah, there's nothing much you can really do. It's a 31-7 loss. They just didn't look good all across the board. They had a good first drive and they went all downhill from there. So you have to just get back to the drawing board and find square one again.
So that about wraps it up from the field. The final score again: the Clarkston Wolves 31, the Lake Orion Dragons 7. Thank you for watching tonight. For our producer director Joey Tysick, our entire ONTV crew, Broadcast partner Kevin McCormick. I'm Doug Corliss. Good night, everyone.